Hello people, I'm Brian Miner. My YouTube handle is INRAM. If you look in the law dictionary, INRAM is an action against a thing. You gotta go into the law and figure that out though. Look, the culling is happening, and it's been happening for a long time. The United States formed the War Department in 1789. It was in existence for 162 years. In that 162 years, there was only 10 years of war. In 1947, the Department of War was changed to the Department of Defense. It's only been in existence for about 65 years now, people. And of them 65 years, there's only been 15 years of peace, and that was back in the 80s and early 90s. Now, back in the 1700s, the population was right around 1 million people. And while the American settlers came over here to get away from the oppression that they were facing in England and all the other colonies or countries, it wasn't just England. They came from all over. We were a melding pot. That's why we had become so great, because we got the best of everything. But anyway, King George, to impose his authority, transported several British troops into the colonies. And he needed places for these troops to live, so he forced the colonists to board and room these soldiers. And then he was taxing them to pay these soldiers money. And while the men were out in the fields providing subsistence for their families, these soldiers were pillaging on their families, abusing their children and their wives, physically and mentally. And the people were paying for it. They were paying the king to have his soldiers brutalize them. Kind of like what we're doing today through our federal income tax. People, wake up now. Anyway, King George was only imposing about 3% taxes on the people. And the people revolted a little bit, and he repealed them. The reason the revolution happened wasn't because of the taxes. Now, if you consider all the taxes that you give to the government, you will find that it's averaging out about 60% of your sweat and labor goes to the government through taxes. When you add all their taxes, property, income, sales, everything, you're paying 60% of your tax money, 70%. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out. Haven't attempted to. I just know that the government is corrupt, and the culling is happening, and it's been happening. And the exchange is about to begin. They're doing live military drills. The American government, the United States government, the corporation of the United States, that's what the country has become. This government is a corporation. And if you look back here in the background, you'll see this propaganda bullshit box going on, and that's only because I need to know what kind of bullshit they're lying. If you tell someone a lie long enough, they're going to question the truth, and that's a fact. If you're told that black is white your entire life, and you're the only one that's been told to, and someone tells you no, that's black is black, you're going to question their sanity, much like you will mine. But I don't care. I have to tell you what I have discovered through my sobriety and understanding and reasoning and logic. People, things are going to get real bad here, and you better be prepared. You better get your shit going, and you better know what you're doing and how to survive. You better, if I were you, I'd be getting a lot of beans and rice, dried food, substance, dried. Get it saved up, flour. Get your books. You're not going to go to the internet because it's not going to be there for you. You need books, a lot of them. Information books on foods to eat that go out there and grow wild. The game to eat, how to process, how to survive, people. Get the books. They're going to want to burn them. They got FEMA camps all over. It's getting ugly, people. Please, wake up. Hell, they want $150 from me on my property taxes on my little 2-bedroom mobile home that I bought paid cash for. I called them up the other day and they said yes, for that $150, if it is necessary, they will send armed men to my house and evict me with force from my meager 2-bedroom trailer house for $150. Now, I can guarantee you that there ain't a one of them motherfuckers, not one, that would have balls enough to walk through my mother door and evict me from my house. But people, it's the government, and they will come with guns, and they will kill you. They're not playing. In the 1700s, the population was 1 million people, roughly. There was only 3% of the population of 1 million, around 30,000 people, that had the balls, had the cojones to stand up to the government. People, I changed my status to exempt. I refuse to accept the liabilities to the taxes of the military industrial complex and the murder of millions of innocent women and children across seas and even in our own land. But yet, the government came in, the IRS sent my employer a letter and said, no, you will change his exemption his status from exempt to claiming 0 and single. I pay $200 every frickin' week to the government in taxes. I eat peanut butter sandwiches and hamburger if I'm lucky and hungry enough. While them motherfuckers that take my food out of my hand and pocket and give them welfare recipients my money, and they're eating lobster. Ain't right. And there's many people who do it because government has allowed it to happen, and the people have allowed it to happen by not uniting. You stay divided. You talk about religion. You talk about color. You talk about race. People. We're people. Look at me. Hear what I say. And if all my hair is in front of my face, do you know what color I am? No, you don't. But if you listen to my words and hear what I say, they make perfect sense. People, there is no human law that can dictate your rights. Your rights consist of anything that you can possibly do that doesn't impose threat or harm upon another person. I don't know what's going to happen here in the near future, but come July 15th, when this Jade Helm is officially kicking off, I've been seeing some stuff going on myself that hadn't been going on prior. Military Chinooks flying in the sky in operations and stuff, but I can't control that. I can only control what I'm doing right now, and that is making sure that I got enough dried corn, dried oats, dried food, rice, beans, people. Get it done. You're going to need it. Ammo, water. There's water. You can get the water. They cannot stop you from the water. And that flag, yeah, I did the Pledge of Allegiance on that flag for up until about 7th grade. I went to school, but I didn't fall to their education. I had my own agenda. And that was to live free, be free, and not hurt no one, and let no one hurt me. And that's how I live today. And that's how I'll die tomorrow. Peace out, and have a great day.